bustling game features the Haligonians as Hamiltonians and their nest away from home. Your Halifax Thunderbirds!
Are you kidding me?
Here's a shot that I believe they score! And now switches hands. He scored!
Oh my goodness!
The Halifax Thunderbirds are on the move in the Eastern Conference. An improved defense has led them to a 4-1 record and put them comfortably in second spot. Today, they face a Philadelphia team looking for some consistency in what has been an up-and-down type season. It's the Wings, it's the Thunderbirds, and it's next. Kicking off a Super Sunday here in Hamilton, Ontario. It's the Halifax Thunderbirds and the Philadelphia Wings. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pete Dalladay along with Pat Gregoire, where the Halifax Thunderbirds are coming off a win here last Friday night. Philadelphia Wings, Pat, looking for a little bit more consistency in their game heading into this one.
Sunday, fun day lacrosse, the best invention since sliced bread, and we're in for a good one here this afternoon in the Hammer. The Hamilton, this building has been treated to some good games recently, and we're going to see a big East Conference matchup. Halifax can close the gap on Buffalo there. Philadelphia, though, a loss here could really set them back. It'll be hard to get back into that playoff picture. A lot on the line here, Pete.
One player that has been consistent for the Halifax Thunderbirds since coming off injury earlier in the season is Austin Shanks, and there he is, number 33.
Yeah, he's been shooting the lights out, but a sneaky part to his game has been the playmaking ability, Pete. 9 assists over this stretch as well. If he is going to go off here, the Halifax Thunderbirds have a good chance to pick up a W.
Let's introduce the third member of our team this afternoon. Standing by with Thunderbirds head coach Mike Kukurzi is our own Tyson Guy. Tyson.
Mike, it seems that for some players in this league, it's taken them a little bit of extra time to get caught up to speed after the COVID layoff. Austin Shanks, not one of those players. He seems to have gotten better and more consistent. What have you seen in terms of his development this season?
I think the consistency is the key. I mean, in 2019, he was pretty inconsistent. He'd either score 5 or he wouldn't score at all. But we've just seen that consistent effort since he's come back from injury, which has been great to have a consistent presence on the right-hand side.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyson. A player that Mike Kukurzi is going to see a lot of tonight is Trevor Baptiste of the Philadelphia Wings.
No doubt, and I think a lot of people have had this game circled on their calendar with the face-off battle with Jake Withers, but I've been blown away with his development as a defender, picking up loose balls. You see, he leads the league there, but he's pushing the ball in transition. He plays fast. He plays fierce, and I'm really excited to see what he can do here against a very tough Halifax offense.
Let's take a look, Pat, at the Philadelphia story here. What do you got?
Yeah, you mentioned it. It has been a roller coaster of a season, very inconsistent. No win against a team with a winning record, something that just blows my mind with how talented the team is. You look at right there, the top 3 have 119 combined points. So we know this offense can explode at any moment. Warren Hill and Halifax's defense are going to have their hands full here in the Hammer.
All right, we're all set and ready to go. Coming up next from Hamilton at the First Ontario Centre on the shores of Lake Ontario, the Wings, the Thunderbirds, coming up.
What is belief? Nathan McKinnon? At 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Introducing Fanatics.ca, Canada's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues and teams you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.ca, officially licensed everything.
You like checks. Hey, we like checks. You like new moves. We like new moves. You like to score. We like to assist. Alterna Savings, the good in banking.
The NLL on TSN is brought to you in part by Alterna Savings. Alterna offers easy, more personal financial services and puts the good in banking. Visit Alterna.ca to learn more. By Fanatics.ca, the NLL's home for officially licensed everything. Visit Fanatics.ca today. And by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will.
Welcome back inside the First Ontario Centre. Pat, who do we got in charge of this one this afternoon?
Crew Chief Todd LeBronch will be leading the way. Of course, Josh Hiltz and Kyle Kennery as well. And then at the end, Jeremy Bailey will be our SCO.
Time now to take a look at your starting goaltenders, brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. And this should be a good matchup as we talked about in the pregame show. There's Zach Higgins, and he is going to be to our right here for the Philadelphia Wings. All set and ready to go, 4-3 record. And at the other end, to our left here for this one to start, is going to be Warren Hill, who's been fantastic this year for the Thunderbirds. And his record right there, as you see, 4-1. His goals against average among the best in the National Lacrosse League. Opening face-off is going to be presented by Sports Interaction. And this should be a battle to watch all afternoon long. Jake Withers against Trevor Baptiste.
Two of the best in the biz, but don't call them face-off specialists because they are unbelievable lacrosse players to boot with. We were just getting, the officials are busy already. Looks like they must have been ripping twine in warm-up, just checking out the net there. But yeah, both these guys, as I mentioned, they are two of the best face-off, if not the best face-off specialists in the game, but they have so much more to their game than just winning draws.
Head coach Mike Kersey ready to go for this one. Bit of a rare matinee for Halifax. I think Philly probably plays a few more afternoon games versus the Thunderbirds over the course of a year.
It certainly, I don't want to say messes up, but it certainly, affects these players' pregame rituals. There's no shoot around this morning. Guys have to get up a little bit earlier. I'm sure they still stuck with a lot of their pregame routines. As you know, these athletes, a lot of them are very superstitious, but it throws a little bit of a wrench into things. But I am a huge fan of Sunday afternoon lacrosse.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a pretty good Super Sunday that we have kicking off for you here today. What a way to start. There's Billy D. Smith. He's back, looking sharp as always, right in the middle of your screen there. What a fantastic player he was, of course, not that long ago. He's only been retired for a couple of years. And there's one of the busiest guys from Halifax right there. He's the man. Head equipment guy. Saudi's got anything you need.
Yes.
Laces, scissors.
Hardest working man in lacrosse. He's always buzzing around, but always a big smile on his face as well. And that's the thing with the National Lacrosse League. You can always talk about the coaches, the general manager, the management stats. There's so much more that goes into a game day, and it's a lot of those guys that are like the glue guys that keep things going and keep the net from not falling apart here this afternoon.
And there's Paul Day, head coach and general manager of the Philadelphia Wings, and he talked to us earlier this week about how it's been a choppy sort of schedule for them. It's been a little tough travel-wise, but happy to get this part of the season over with.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the standings as well, it looks like we're ready to go, but we went through. They've played a ton of games, so yes, it's been a rough start, but it has been certainly something that they're looking forward to, maybe a smoother second half.
Opening face-off presented by Sports Interaction. And we're all set, ready to roll here in Hamilton for this matinee. It is showtime. Thunderbirds and the Wings. And it's still up for grabs, this opening face-off. And it's going to be Philadelphia. Pat, what are you thinking?
It's a tough one here. It's heavy favorites are the T-Birds, but that over-under certainly intrigues me. A little bit low for how dynamic these offenses are, I must say.
Well, we shall see. We'll know soon enough as the Wings look to open the scoring here. Here's a chance, and Warren Hill with the save, and the ball's right there on the line. And the Thunderbirds are able to get it out of there. Graham Hossa grabbed it just in time. Up to Tyson Bell. Bell moves it over to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson will cradle the ball as he has a look here. Decides to slow it down a little bit coming out of the corner. Lots of time on the shot clock. Steph LeBlanc moves it over here. Comes to the far side. Chris Boucher to Austin Shanks. Shanks to Bell from way out. Shoots. Oh, and it rattles around, and it's going to be Philadelphia grabbing the Lucy.
Fast pace so far, and Pete, this is kind of what we expected. Both teams love to play fast, but that doesn't just mean run and gun. It means getting out to hands, playing high tempo, and taking the shots when they prevail on the offense.
McIntosh moves the ball over. About 10 seconds on the shot clock left. There's the shot coming, and Warren Hill with his second save already in this one. Little outlet feed to Graham Hossick.
Thought we saw Graham Hossick's best game last game here in this building. We'll see if he can continue to not only be a defensive force, but get involved in transition. Scored his first goal of the season.
Peterson moves it. Here's Kyle Jackson. Jackson looking, shooting, and got blocked. Never made its way through. And it's going to be the Wings up the floor in transition. Looking to break the ice here this afternoon. It's going to be Eric Schul. Schul will carry it in deep. And gets the ball here to McIntosh. Benny Mac, as he's called, flips the stick a couple times. And he gets it all the way to the top. And it's going to be played here by Kevin Crowley. Intercepted. Halifax up the floor. As they run it up, Scott Campbell with it. Campbell takes it all the way in behind the goal. Higgins out in front, and a quick stick attempted. The Wings get it back. Crowley with it. He just stayed out there, never made the change, and he jogs his way inside Halifax territory, shoots, and that got blocked by Hossick. Loose ball. The Tees will take it. He moves it over to the far side. Nicely underway here, the Wings and the Thunderbirds. Hossick keeping a close watch on his guy, but here's a shot. Hill with a save. Warren Hill been sharp early. Colton Armstrong, a nice job to get the ball loose here. And here comes Smith. Moves it over, shot and a save. Zach Higgins, his first of the game, a good one.
Well, we talked about this pre-game and before the broadcast started. Both these goalies supremely underrated, and both of them have been very sharp early on in this one.
McIntosh with it here for Philly. Rolls to the top, moves it into the far corner. Might get it back, here he does. He unloads, he scores! Ben McIntosh, it's 1-0 Philadelphia.
Ben McIntosh certainly is starting to find his groove here with this Philadelphia Wings offense. We'll see great ball movement coming around. And McIntosh, known as an inside finisher, one of the best players away from the ball, shows that he's got a rocking shot as well as he skips that one right by Warren Hill to give the Philadelphia, the Wings, a 1-0 lead.
So Paul Day has to be happy with the start here. As we get another draw, Withers and Baptiste. Something to watch all afternoon long, these two. Look at this. There's no give here. And it's going to be Withers winning this one. Gets it to Clark Peterson. He's got some traffic to get away from. He does.
It'll be a win for Withers, but it was actually Batiste.
Here's a chance out in front, and another big stop, Higgins.
As I was saying, Baptiste actually raked the ball, won the draw, but it's Peterson who wins the loose ball, so the win will go to Halifax.
Right place, right time, for sure, a big part of that. Penalty coming up. It's going to go against Philadelphia, and Halifax will have a chance to tie things up here early. On a man advantage.
Great defense there, absolutely smothering. We'll get a look here before Josh Hiltz makes the call on the
penalty,
floor.
44, 2 minutes, illegal cross check.
John Rannigan, the big team guy, just some great defense here on Clark Peterson. Pops him there, and then it's just that one extra shot on the ground and the slash there. So he's good up until that point, and then as soon as he throws that cross check right on the ground, that's when they call it.
Cody Jamieson back and forth a little bit. Here's a shot coming and a save by Higgins, and it's going to be controlled by Ian Lord. Wings shorthanded. Lord doing his best to get over center. He does. Being watched closely, and Shanks tried to push him across, but no problems there for Lord. And it's taken here by Alex Pace, a Halifax native.
Yeah, he was upset that again for the second straight year, his homecoming to Halifax was cut. But I know he's got a lot of family and friends watching back home in Halifax. Not cheering for the Thunderbirds, but cheering for the Wings.
Yeah, shout out to the Pace family out east. So the power play continues. Steph LeBlanc. LeBlanc, quick pass shot and a quick stick going wide. Cody Jamieson gets this one under control. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Clark Peterson to Stephen Keel back in the lineup here this afternoon for the Thunderbirds. Jamieson, Peterson coming in over the top. Higgins with a stop up high. And Keel picks up the loose ball and gets the reset on the 30. Keel to Clark Peterson. Peterson moves it over to LeBlanc. Sidearm shot. Higgins with another save. He has been very good early here. Another reset though. LeBlanc way over. Peterson looking to Jamieson. Backhand feed, what a pass and a shot, and did not make its way in.
Another loose ball won by Halifax. It's going to be an extended pressure. These penalty killers must be exhausted.
Cody Jamieson, another same play, and Higgins with the stop.
Wow, Higgins has been dialed, and they say usually your best penalty killer is your goaltender. That certainly has been the case on this penalty kill, as Higgins made a couple of point-blank saves right on the doorstep.
Rannigan coming out of the box, so it's back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. 1-0 Philly. McIntosh moves it over. Loose ball, though. Not a great pass. It's going to be taken here by Jake Withers. Withers coming in, 2-on-1. Here's Graham Hossack. Hossack shoots, fires away. Rebound, he scores! No, it's waved off. Thought Hossack snuck it in, but no goal.
I think they're probably going to take a look at this one as Todd LeBranch heads over to the timekeepers. But we'll see here. Great pass. There's the shot. Hossack picks up the loose ball, and it's going to be that left foot. It doesn't go down.
We'll take another look. We'll take a break in the meantime. Officially 1-0 Philly. We're back after this.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
And welcome back to Hamilton. Welcome to everyone watching on TSN Direct and ESPN+. Plus, we'd like to welcome those watching in Philadelphia on WPHL 17. Enjoy the game. This should be a great one. No goal, by the way. They reviewed it, Pat, and a crease violation, I guess.
Yeah, no, actually, no. There was no review, no laundry on the turf, so just stands as no goal. I would have liked to take a second look at it. I think Haas's foot might have been clear.
Warren Hill with a save, and the loose ball taken here by Tyson Bell. The former Calgary Roughneck rolls it over to Scott Campbell, veteran in the National Lacrosse League. And here comes the offense for the Thunderbirds. Kyle Jackson. Jackson moves the ball, gets it back. Jackson in. Here's Fennell. He's got a little room out in front for Jackson. Shoots Higgins down. Makes the save. And another penalty coming up against Philly as looks like Chris Boucher got upended there.
Yeah, that's going to be an illegal cross-check on the Peterborough, Ontario native Eric Schewel. You'll see
penalty
there.
number 2, 2 minutes illegal cross-check.
As Josh Hiltz hammers that one home. So the power play that has been struggling so far this season will get another opportunity here to see if they can get the first goal of the game for their team and start things up on the man advantage.
Cody Jamieson has it. Jamieson back and forth with LeBlanc at the top. He wants to roll to the top himself, moves it over to Clark Peterson. Peterson had sort of a backdoor feed and did not go according to plan, and the Wings get the ball back. Up by 1. But short-handed.
I can't see from what we're looking at, but I wonder if perhaps the ball, the ball got lost in the turf there, as you can see.
The old hidden ball trick.
We'll get a great look here, and whoop, now you see it, now you don't. As Alex Bass says, how am I supposed to pick up this ball?
That's a tough one to scoop.
No doubt about that. So I do believe they will go with a face-off here. Maybe this was Todd LeBranche's way to get another face-off out of these two guys.
Yeah, as if they're not going to take enough draws against each other this afternoon. Yeah. Here's a bonus one.
But because there was no possession, obviously, with the ball rolling on the turf, they go to a face-off here.
You don't see this every day. That doesn't happen too often. All right, so another good battle here. Withers and Baptiste. And Withers has his stick knocked out of his hands, but coming in to help him out here. Now it's kicked back towards Warren Hill. Goes into the crease. Comes back out. Baptiste staying with it. And the play is whistled down. That ball traveled a distance. And after all that, it's going to be the Wings grabbing control of it here.
It's going to be Baptiste's first face-off win officially on the score sheet, so we're treated for a little extra face-off there, and this is even more huge for Philly because they can start chewing in to that power play of Halifax.
Yeah, that's an even bigger win, if you will. You're right. Here's McIntosh. He's got the game's only goal so far. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Crowley run out of time on the shot clock. He's going to take the shot. He scores. Going on a sort of weak side. He was able to get enough on it, and it's 2-0 Philadelphia.
Kevin Crowley, they call him the big cat. Well, it's a big shot from the outside. And I don't say this too often, Pete. That's probably one Warren Hill is going to want back. You force Crowley onto his wrong side in a low danger spot, and that one just trickles right by Warren Hill into the net. 2-0, Philly leads.
Just under 7 to go here in the first quarter. Good news for Halifax is they have 52 seconds to work with on the power play to try and get that one back and close the gap. And Withers is going to win this right to himself. He scoops it up and he goes in. Jake Withers heading the net, shovels it right on net, and Higgins with the save. Campbell trying to get the ball loose here. Withers too, and it does come loose. Tyson Bell has it under control here for the Thunderbirds. 30 seconds to work with on the power play. Cody Jamieson comes in, fires, he scores! Jamieson gets the Thunderbirds on the board. It's a 2-1 lacrosse game.
Cody Jamieson isn't playing around here. No time wasted. You'll see Bell drop the ball for number 88. Too much time, too much space. Bam, right in the back of the net. Cody Jamieson, one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. He has so many tricks in his bag when it comes to shooting. He'll shoot overhand, underhand. He's got the twister. That one there, just a little push, bam, right in the back of the net.
Yeah, you're right. You never know which way that ball is going to go with Cody Jamieson. And just move it the way he wants it, spin it, whatever.
So deceptive.
Withers coming in to help out. Tarafanko scored his first NLL goal last Friday, albeit into an empty net, but it doesn't really matter. He was happy to get it. Wasn't even playing in his own gear, which never arrived.
Yeah.
Going to be Halifax ball as they look to tie it up. Just over 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. First meeting in a while between these two clubs. Here's Halifax. Down low, little flip pass out in front. Fennell looking for, can't grab it. And the Wings up the other way. 2-on-2. Pass across. Shot coming, and Warren Hill with the save off Alex Krepensek.
There's something that Mike Kersey must see on tape with this Philadelphia unit on defense. They're really attacking the middle of the floor and that danger zone right in front of the crease. That's a couple of looks now that they've got, but Higgins has been up to the task making some big stops.
Stephen Keel moves the ball way over here. Steph LeBlanc to Keel. He shoots, and Maya got hit, redirected just a bit. Keel gets a loose ball again. Another pass across Jackson. Keel looking to get loose, could not. And it's going to be Philadelphia up the other way. Charbonneau gets it into the stick here of Matt Rambo. Rambo setting a pick, comes over here to the near side for McIntosh. McIntosh. A one-on-one battle. Down low. Fake shot. Hill with a save. Perhaps his toughest stop. Didn't look too tough, but had some zip on it. He got an arm on it. And the T-Birds up the other way with it as it's controlled here by David Brock. Now Cody Jamieson, who has Halifax on the board, into Steph LeBlanc. Steph LeBlanc gets a pick from Eric Fennell. Rolls towards the top, walks in, shoots, he scores! It's a 2-2 game on a goal by Steph LeBlanc.
Great shot by Steph LeBlanc, but I want to highlight here the grit grinders on the floor here in Cody Jamieson and Eric Fennell. They're the guys crashing and banging, freeing up space. You'll see here, Jamieson with a great pick. Another re-pick right there. Another pick there from Fennell, and that gives enough space for LeBlanc to shoot that one all the way from his hometown, Dundas, Ontario.
Yeah, Steph LeBlanc growing up, not too far here, as you say, but now out of Nova Scotia. So it's kind of a home game for him, for sure. This area rich in lacrosse talent, for sure. So it's 2-2 with just under 4.5 to go here in this first. Draw one by Withers. Here's Graham Hossick. Hossick making his way in, rolls it back, and Halifax will set it up here, looking for their first lead of the afternoon. Shot from way out by Shanks. And a stop by Higgins.
Shanks must have saw Higgins sleeping there. Is very uncharacteristic outside shot early in the clock there from Shanks.
Alex Pace moves it over, comes to the far side. Back here for Hickey. Brett Hickey. Loose ball. Going to be taken here by the Thunderbirds as they make their way up the floor. Bell's calling for it. He gets it. Here's Bell coming in, shoots, hit a stick on its way to the net. And now taken by Stephen Keogh.
That's a big block by Pace. That's a couple here for the Halifax, Nova Scotia native.
Pass, LeBlanc coming in, looking for another one. And Higgins stands tall and makes the save. So the Thunderbirds have come back and they have tied it at 2, getting into the later stages of the first quarter. We'll be back right after this. 2-2. Late now in the first quarter, Philadelphia and Halifax. Wings with the ball as they make their way up the floor. McIntosh, who scored the game's first goal, coming in, trying to set a little room here for Hickey. To the far side. Colton Armstrong keeping a close watch on his man now. Hickey has it to McIntosh, trying to get past Withers. Rolls to his right, shoots, and Warren Hill down, makes the stop.
Warren Hill, he's a big body, eats up a lot of the net, but it saves like that. Using his flexibility and athleticism makes him one of the best goalies in the game.
Eric Fennell. Fennell moving it over to Austin Shanks. In deep. Halifax looking for their first lead. Here's a shot. It's going to be Peterson coming in attempting it, but just couldn't get it off. And it's a loose ball in the corner to the right of Higgins. A little 2-on-2 small area game happening down there. And eventually the shot clock just comes to an end and it's going to be Philly ball.
There's some extracurriculars going on, some chirping and chatting. They're probably just talking about who they're taking in the big game this afternoon, right, Pete?
That's right, yeah. Here's Crowley. Crowley coming in, working against Tyson Bell, so he moves the ball over to the far boards and now rolls to the top. Shot, and Hill very sharp and quick to make that save. Crowley with the reset on the shot clock. McIntosh calling for it, won't get it, he cuts through, comes over here. It'll be played by Kyle Matisse. He rolls off a check, he comes in, he looks, stop, Hill on his back, he's got it. Oh my goodness. When you can't grab it with your stick, just lie on it. Warren Hill, as they call him, kick of the hill, big check over right by the Philly bench. Big hit there by John Rannigan. Here come the Wings. Crowley shooting, goes high. Loose ball taken by Colton Armstrong. He's got a man open to his right. That's Scott Campbell. Campbell comes in. He looks, he shoots, hits the crossbar, and it stays right in the crease. Campbell coming close. Ryan Wagner for the Wings. And here's McIntosh, Ben McIntosh. Hickey moves it to the far side in the corner. They'll work it from there. Out in front, and Hill's going to intercept that as the ball was coming through the crease, and we have a whistle with 1:03 to go. A cross-checking penalty coming up. Looks like it's against Philly. Maybe more.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle Kennery got an extra one there. There's the illegal cross-check. Why should I explain it? Let's Kyle Kennery do it down here on the floor.
Philadelphia, number 11, minor, illegal cross-check. An additional minor for unsportsmanlike.
There you go. We'll see it here. And these are the penalties that will drive you nuts. You see the cross-check there. They're chirping, keep going, and it's keep going. There's some chatter between the two, and then boom, there's the extra tee. It threw me off because Kennery was looking towards Withers, so I thought maybe he got the technical, but no, it's going to be Brett Hickey who's sitting down here for 4 minutes.
So good opportunity here for the Thunderbirds to take the lead. Hill will start off with the ball. Cody Jamieson now the captain of the Thunderbirds, who has one here this afternoon already. Pass, a little miscommunication there with LeBlanc. LeBlanc didn't know it was coming, but he does get it back. Good effort to get that ball back in his stick.
Love to see those hustle plays.
Here's Jamieson to Steph LeBlanc. Back to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson looking, shoots, and he scores. Captain Halifax, as he's called back east, has given the Thunderbirds a 3-2 lead on a power play.
Was chatting with our sideline reporter Tyson Geik, and he was asking me, how can this power play start to heat up? Well, the easy answer is Cody Jamieson shooting the lights out like Cody Jamieson does. It was a little bit of a slow start for him at the start of the year, missing those 2 games, but we're really starting to see vintage Jammer here as he blasts that one, hits the goalie, but the shot's so strong it trickles through.
And it comes with 2:11 left on the double minor, cycles down to 2. So another full power play here for the Thunderbirds. Under 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Withers, Baptiste again. Round 6, I believe. And here we are. Campbell takes it, gets it in, only a few seconds left, so Hossack with the shot. That went wide, and that will do it. 15 minutes down here this afternoon. And a slow start for the Thunderbirds, but they have come back with 3 unanswered goals. And Zach Higgins will take a quick break. And so will we. We're back with second quarter action with the Thunderbirds leading 3-2.
Welcome back to the NLL on TSN. We've spoken so many times about the matchup within the matchup. That's Jake Withers going head-to-head with Trevor Baptiste, and these two have played against each other at almost every level. NCAA lacrosse, Premier Lacrosse League, the NLL. But in the summertime, they spend time touring around the U.S. with the Face-Off Academy, running camps and clinics, teaching young lacrosse players how to take draws. This matchup has been so fun to watch so far this afternoon. Jake Withers so far 6 for 7 on draws, so Trevor Baptiste has some work to do to catch up.
Thank you, Tyson. Looking sharp as always today, my friend. As we're all set for the second quarter. And here we go. Speaking of Baptiste and Withers, Withers will get credit for this one as he pops into the stick of Hossack. Hossack, little give and go, switches in, shoots, and a stop right there by Higgins. That was almost a quickie by the Thunderbirds. They continue on a power play, but Philly will eat up as much of this clock as they can.
I'm sure Graham Hossack has the green light to take shots, you know, in situations like that. But you kind of wonder, maybe Micah Kersey would have preferred him to pull it out and let his power play get back on the floor.
Wings working it down low, only 3 seconds on the shot clock, and they're just going to unload it. They'll dump it in the corner, and it's going to be taken there by David Brock. Brock will quickly get it up the floor as fast as possible so the power play can get out there and work. Already leading 3-2. Jamison will work the top of the power play. He's got the hot stick here this afternoon. Clark Peterson. Peterson has it. There's a pass across and another pass. Austin Shanks grabs it off the boards. Shanks to the top for Jamison. Jamison to Shanks. Out in front. Shot. What a save. Higgins off LeBlanc. Kyle Jackson with the loose ball and a reset on the shot clock. Jamison has Jackson open. Here's a shot, little underhand. We've seen Jackson score like that before. Coming from underneath and an opportunity down the other way. And a shot there by Jokum.
But great trail check and hustle from Clark Peterson.
Tarafanko walks right in. There's the pass, and Shanks tried to give it a quick stick, but did not get it really on net, and it's going to be played here by the Wings. Only 7 seconds now to go in the penalty. That will do it for the Halifax power play. And the Wings will look to try and tie it up here early in the second quarter. Good defense by Halifax. And here they come up the floor. Jake Withers drops it. Clark Peterson coming in. Peterson looking for an open man. He was double teamed for a second, gets away from his checks. He gets it over. And a shot coming over the top, never made its way through. Withers returns it. Stephen Keel, pass down low, shot. Higgins comes over, makes a pretty good stop there.
Boy, Higgins has been so good early on here. This could be a much different score if it wasn't for the Tendy Bear making the big stops.
Hill comes out of his net to grab that ball. Bounces it up. Colton Armstrong will take it.
I believe that was save number 14 already on the afternoon, Pete.
He's been busy. Chris Boucher for the Thunderbirds gets it right back. Boucher off to a good start this season for Austin Shanks. Shanks to the crease, drops it to Boucher. Boucher has a man open up top. Fake over the top, shot by Jackson. Goes wide. Fennell trying to get it back here for Halifax. And Matisse will take it for the Wings. Up to Eric Schul. Schul finds an open man. Heavy shot fired wide. Comes all the way back, and it's going to be Halifax ball. Up by 1. Cody Jamieson will start to play into the far corner. Out comes Eric Fennell, Steph LeBlanc. Back to Jamieson, moves in, hangs on to it for now, finds Clark Peterson. Peterson looking underhand at a glove save by Higgins, goes out of play, and a reset for the Thunderbirds. Keogh, Stephen Keogh to Clark Peterson. Peterson to the far corner for Cody Jamieson. Jamieson looking for the hat trick. Eric Fennell. Fennell to Keogh. He fires and a save. Higgins' rebound is controlled by the Wings.
No goal there, obviously, for Halifax, but that is a great offensive possession. A ton of looks, swinging the ball east-west. One of the better possessions 5-on-5 we've seen from the T-Birds, maybe all season.
Lots of touches, lots of ball movement, and some great saves, though, by Zach Higgins. Here's a chance. Warren Hill down, and he's going to hold on to make the save. Now the ball pops loose, and the Wings may get it back here. A bit of a weird play in front of that Halifax crease. But Colton Armstrong working hard, but the ball does pop loose. Double fakes, Corey Small shoots. Oh, spectacular stop by Warren Hill. Robbing Corey Small.
Now Warren Hill saying, hey, I can make the big stops too.
Tarafenko gets it to Chris Boucher. Now it's played here. Taking a look is Austin Shanks. Shanks was hoping to find Fennell. He's going to have to hustle back here. Philly will get the ball, but play little D too. He does. And the Wings get it. Looking to tie this one up. Jake Withers doing a solid job here, keeping a close watch on his man. Not allowing Crowley to get loose. Small from way out. That is blocked. Fennell still out there, a little tired now. Playing some D. Rambo working against Withers. There's the pass, and Fennell fires his man down to the floor. Philly looking for a call there, and they're not going to get it. Reardon wasn't overly happy with the non-call. Got ourselves a good one here this afternoon with 9:41 to go in the second. Halifax leading Philly 3-2. We're back after this.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
The Wings return to Wells Fargo Center for the pivotal rematch with Halifax on Saturday the 26th. It's Headstrong Night, presented by Light Brand. For tickets, head to wingslax.com. That's wingslax.com. I know we got lots to be played here, but looking forward to that one as well, as the Thunderbirds get down to Philly.
Yeah, Philly will have a much-needed bye week before that game, so they'll be well-rested waiting for the T-Birds in the city of brotherly love.
I can taste the cheesesteaks already.
Oh, yeah. I know I'm a chowder guy, but I love me a cheesesteak, too.
Ball played here by the Thunderbirds. Shot from Jackson. That is stopped by Higgins, and a rebound controlled by Philadelphia. They trail by 1. Ian Lord makes his way inside Halifax territory. Ball moved in a little deeper by Davis Salem. And the Wings will start out already halfway through the shot clock, though. Pass out in front, shot, and Ward Hill with a stop. Clark Peterson with a loose ball. And Peterson up to Terafenko. Nice pass, shot, and just missing. It was Fennell. Just like that, Wings take it down again. They'll slow it down. McIntosh coming back out. Meantime, Brian Wagner gets it to Rambo. In deep, Small moves it in. A one-on-one. Tyson Bell playing some D. Small with a shot. That got blocked, and Bell picks up the loose ball and gets it up, and he'll find Brad Gillies. Gillies slows it down. Offense comes out on the floor. And they'll work it here from the near corner. Shanks moves it over to the far side. Kyle Jackson. Bushi fakes, drops it. Shot coming from Shanks. It's up for grabs. Wings have it. They'll try a fast break as they go off the floor. Slowing it down, though, is going to be Jokum. Shot and a stop by Ward Hill. Terafenko. There's the pass. He gets off, and out comes Stephen Keogh again. Keogh cutting through. Now he sets a pick here for Peterson. Rolls. Wasn't an option. Peterson moves it in towards the center. Shot, a hard one by Keogh, off the mark, though. Here come the Wings. Still with a chance to tie it up. It's stuck in 3-2 here for a bit. But no surprise, as we mentioned, towards the top, some pretty good goaltenders in there, the Warren Hill and Zach Higgins, and they've been good this afternoon.
Maybe under was the play after all, Pete.
Shot, and a hard one, too. Warren Hill goes down, but no problems. David Brock has it for the Thunderbirds. Kyle Jackson. Coming off a 2-goal game last Friday night. Steph LeBlanc. LeBlanc shoots, and that got redirected. And the ball will roll across center, and it's going to be the Wings trying to take advantage of it as they come on in. Wagner wide. Loose ball, and a good scoop as well by the Wings to grab that one.
Kyle Matisse, man, he just is so effective in all aspects of the game, all areas of the floor. Tremendous one-handed loose ball there.
Pick and a roll and a shot and a save by Warren Hill. Rebound controlled by Jake Withers. Withers up to Colton Armstrong. From the lift-lock city of Peterborough. Both of them. Here's Peterson. Peterson back and forth. A little bit of a skip, but he takes it. Takes the look, too. And standing tall again, Zach Higgins with yet another save.
I think Halifax has to do a much better job getting back on the inside, getting those chances, on the doorstep. Play that two-man game, free up some space. A lot of outside shots with Higgins, and he's seeing them great.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball well for sure. The Wings win it. Only 7 seconds on the shot clock. Penalty coming up against Halifax. Tyson Bell's going to get the gate, but they score. So it doesn't matter, as it's finished off by Corey Small. He beats Warren Hill. It's a 3-3 game.
We'll see the delayed penalty coming up here. It'll be actually off screen. But as you said, Pete, doesn't matter. Rambo gets the ball over to Small. Small, he's from pretty deep out there, but Pete, you've seen a lot of ball from Small, and he can make teams pay from anywhere.
Oh, 100%. One of the players, again, I mean, I don't know if you can call him underrated. Certainly not amongst, NLL coaches by any means that have to play against him each week, or his own people, but sometimes just doesn't get the limelight like some others do. But again, another
Halifax 94, minor penalty, holding, waved out by the goal. Halifax 68, minor penalty, holding.
Ah, interesting. All right.
So Trevor Smith gets the hold. There, as you see, Mike Kersey not pleased at all. Pete, I'll be honest, I didn't see where the hold was there. But obviously, Todd LeBranch sees something on the floor he didn't like. That's why I got the 2 minute for a hold.
So a win-win for Philly. They get the goal, and they also pick up a power play here to try and take the lead. Tied at 3. And the draw here won. It's Withers getting it. Tarafanko making his way. He shoots, he scores! No, it's waved off. No goal. Tarafanko denied of his second career goal.
Mike Kersey's got the red handkerchief. Oh, it goes back into his back pocket. No challenge. Oh, I spoke too soon. There it goes.
It's out. So they're going to take another peek here.
Tarafanko looking for goal number 2. You mentioned he scored that empty netter last game, but what a talent he's been here. What a pickup by the Halifax Thunderbirds and Kurt Stiers, drafting him a couple of years ago out of the Ohio State University. Tremendous athlete, and you'll see here on our replay, uses that speed to get on a break, creates space from Davis Allen, takes the shot, and I think that might be a good goal. This will be a great look. We'll slow her down, takes the shot. Still not in the crease. He's clear there. The ball's out of the stick. And still clear. Ball's in the back of the net. That's a good goal, Pete.
Yeah.
That is a good goal, and you can hear the woos from the Halifax bench.
They know it, yeah.
That should be Ryan Tarafanko's second goal of his young career.
And a beauty, too.
No doubt. I mean, he is a freak athlete. He's fast. He's got a great stick. He's learning this indoor game quite well. And he's a guy that, has really burst onto the scene. He didn't make the opening day roster, was on the practice roster, but, talking with Mike Kersey and Billy D. Smith, the defensive coordinator, they said he's going to play. He's going to be a player. He just needs to get used to some of the intricacies with the box game, and he's a fast learner because he's picked up on it quick.
Halifax like their Ohio State guys for sure. But yeah, he is. And last week, as we mentioned, had to play the game. Didn't have his own stick, didn't have his own gear, did not look at a place.
Now, Pete, I don't want to speak too soon. The fact that Todd LeBranch is still looking at this leads me to believe that he might think it's a little bit closer than you and I do. So the former Buckeye might have to wait for goal number 2. He's got a big smile on his face. And
well, if it stands, he'll have an empty net goal to his credit and a shorthanded goal to his credit. So we can always look forward to his first regular strength goal. He just just knocks them off one at a time. But there's been the busiest guy in the building right there, I think, tonight. I mean, Warren Hill's faced some quality shots as well, but Zach Higgins has been busy.
He's been busy and he's been sharp. 20 saves already, Pete, in the first half. And it's not just the abundance of saves. It's the timely saves. It's the big saves, the pretty saves. But I think Todd LeBranch is still looking at this. Can't overturn a goal when Levels is playing in the building. Come on.
This is a pretty lengthy look. Here we go. They have made a decision here. Let's listen in.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. We have a good goal.
You're right, Patty. It was a good one.
Ryan Terefenko, they say, all right, good goal. Now get back on the floor and win us that loose ball. We'll see right here. Gets that shot off. The feet are clean. Takes flight just a little bit off the ground. And tickles Twine for his second goal of his young NLL career. But more importantly, the lead here in the game.
Yeah, Thunderbirds have taken a 4-3 lead. They have a minute 39 still to kill off. That came pretty early in the minor penalty. So lots of time left for Philly to try and get that one back with the man advantage. So we'll get ready for another round of Withers versus Trevor Baptiste. Here we go. Halifax getting out to a bit of a slow start, down 2-0. They came back, scored 3 unanswered. We'll have all the highlights coming up for you on the Guaranteed Rate Halftime Report. Oh, they had to reset the clock at 1:51 because they played a little bit after the non-call. So, yeah, so even more time for Philly to work with on the power play. That only came 9 seconds into the penalty. So we got an injury. Is that Wagner down?
Yeah, Ryan Wagner down on the turf and clearly not good, as you could see his teammates right away immediately calling for help from the training staff.
Let's take another peek as he comes in. Goes down right there. And yeah.
We'll see a better look right here, as I think it might be the pressure
from Baptiste, maybe?
Yeah, from Baptiste and Withers. And it got a little bit twisted. It looks like, you can't see it while you're watching the replay right now, but he's getting attended to by the training staff on that left knee.
Yeah, I mean, you got Withers on top, and then Baptiste lands on top of Withers.
Yeah.
That's about 400+ pounds of pressure there, of weight. There's Paul Day, obviously very concerned for his guy.
Yeah, Wagner has been a spark plug for this defense, a tremendous athlete, always pushing the ball in transition. He's not putting much, if any, weight on that left foot, the left leg. Never want to see that, especially when it's young players in the league finding their groove, finding their spot on a roster. Hopefully for him and for Philly, it's not too serious and not too big of a setback.
Kyle Jackson starts to play off, and he'll get it to Stephen Keogh. Keogh back to Jackson. Fennell sets him a little pick roll towards the top. Keogh. Stephen Keogh back in the lineup here for the Thunderbirds, doing a heck of a job killing off some penalty time here with 3 guys on him. Did not want to give up that ball, and he didn't. 4:52 remaining here in the first half. Halifax leading Philly by a score of 4-3. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Hamilton, where the Halifax Thunderbirds lead 4-3 over the Philadelphia Wings. The Wings on a power play. Lots of time left in the man advantage as they work the ball in deep to the far shooter position. Crowley at the top, little fake shot coming. Hale gets a glove on it, goes out of play, and it's going to be a reset. Full 30 for the Wings. Small to Crowley. Crowley will make his way through. Small moves it over. Ball up for grabs. McIntosh gets there first quickly. We'll get it here to Hickey. Hickey down low. Here's Small. Backhand feed. Down towards the crease. Trying to grab it is Reardon. Reardon does get the pass away. Another penalty coming up against Campbell. In the meantime, pass, quick stick, and it's up in the air. The whistle goes, and the Wings will have a great advantage here, an opportunity to work 5-on-3 with the veteran Scott Campbell heading to the box.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not only are you now down 2, but you lose Scott Campbell as well.
Halifax 37, minor penalty, slash.
Yeah, you're right. That's a double whammy. You lose one of your best penalty killers. Small moves it over. Back and forth it goes. Small down to the near crease. Goes off the board. Small gets it back. Corey Small down. Quick stick. Hill with a save. Rebound. Withers in the crease area behind the net. Stays out. And it's going to be Halifax ball. That's a big possession. And now we're going to have penalties called. Or a penalty anyhow.
Yeah, Ben McIntosh going to get called for a delay of game, not giving Jake Withers enough space on that quick restart.
Philadelphia penalty number 90, 2 minutes delay of game.
We'll get a look here. So Pete, the whistle is not blown in just yet. Now I think it does get blown in.
2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct.
And I believe it's another 2 for Ben McIntosh.
Wow, that's a quick turn of events.
And Ben McIntosh, a great leader, a veteran in this league, and you don't see him lose his cool too often on the officials like that. As you see now, 4 minutes up on the board. And Trevor Smith is going to hit the floor in about 5 seconds, so we'll be 4-on-4 for a little bit.
Well, eventually Halifax will have a power play if everything stays the same at some point here. As we got Clark Peterson, Fennell, Cody Jamieson, and Jamieson dishes it off to Peterson. Shot clock expires. Halifax running at a time. Here come the Wings. Choke them. They'll work it. Little 4-on-4 lacrosse. Lots of room. Corey Small. Small moves it with 3 minutes to go here in the half. Another penalty coming up. This one goes against Halifax, so. Meantime, Small, there's the pass. There's a little twister shot, and Warren Hale with a save. Another slashing, I think, perhaps. Or is it holding the stick?
Holding the sticks, yeah. It's holding the stick for Tyson Bell. And these are those little tricks that defenders get away with most of the time, but this time clearly not.
Halifax 94, minor penalty, holding the stick.
And I think he may have just picked up.
He did. So another unsportsmanlike. And I think now if you're both coaches here, you got to let your team know, listen, no more from the officials. They have established if you're going to bark back at them, they're going to tee you up.
All right, so the Wings. Some backyard lacrosse now. It's 4-on-3. Pass over, backhand feed. Comes over here to Rambo. Rambo's pass for Small. Went off the board. Small picks it back up. Steps a little closer. Shot coming. That goes high. Comes back to Rambo. Down low. They score. It's a 4-4 lacrosse game. A power play goal by the Wings.
Pete, you mentioned it, backyard lacrosse, lots of space on the floor, and when you have dangerous players like Brett Hickey, we'll just see this ball hum around. Small to Crowley. Crowley takes the shot, back up, a little skip pass from Rambo. As Hickey says, it's in, and it certainly is. Great feed from Rambo, and even better finish from Hickey. And another flag's coming on the turf as Kersey thinks maybe some crease there. Pete, I was going to mention, we talked about how the power play has struggled. Well, the penalty kill has been just as bad for Halifax, the worst in the league. So this is something that, I know Billy D is focused on. He wants his team to play rough, tough, have that swagger, but you can't keep parading to the box. The more opportunities you give up, especially against talented teams like Philadelphia, they're eventually going to score.
Well, 100%, and they've had a lot of, Philly's played a lot of games, a lot more than Halifax, so they've had a chance to work their power play. Not in practice a whole lot. They haven't had a chance to get a ton of practice time in, but in real game situations.
No doubt about that. And you look at the overall power play and penalty kill stats for the league. Philly leading the way with 59.4. And then you look down at the penalty kill stats, 42.9 for Halifax on the kill. Just a recipe for disaster, especially if you continue to parade to the sin bin.
Billy D. Smith right there going over things with his crew. And there's a good look at what is happening down in the penalty box. Taking a good look at this one. And we'll wait for the call. They took a while on the last one. They want to make sure they got it right. Last review was a non-goal that turned into a good goal. Will this go the other way?
Yeah, this is an interesting angle for us. We're seeing past Todd LeBranch's head. Very artsy, I will say. It's a great shot, but to actually see what's going on there, a little bit tough.
Coach Micah Kersey looking forward to getting back to the East Coast as Halifax back at Scotiabank Center and next weekend.
Yeah, fans back in the building, back in the nest. But they've got a task at hand first before they get back on the East Coast.
Due to inconclusive evidence, the call on the field stands. Good goal.
Yep, so good goal. Not enough evidence on the turf. And I think what the issue was, I think when he took the shot, his foot was fine. It's just then I think he stepped down again, and it was super close to being in the crease. But as I mentioned, you need to have that conclusive evidence. Clearly not enough for LeBranch.
So that will make it officially 4-4, 2:25 to go in the first half. Here we go, Baptiste and Withers in for the draw. And it's going to be Tarafanko scooping it up here for Halifax. Withers heading to the net and slowing it down. Tarafanko will get it to Cody Jamieson.
Smart play by Tarafanko. Realizes he has Withers streaking down. Could maybe take it on his wrong side. Nope, I'll wait for Cody Jamieson to get on the floor, get him the ball.
Austin Shanks. Boucher. Got a broken stick. Shanks. To Steph LeBlanc to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson tried to get it out here for Stephen Keogh, and good D by the wings. Again, solid effort by Kyle Matisse. And here come the wings. They have tied it at 4. The later stages here of this second quarter. Corey Small. Small with a good pass across as tries to find Kevin Crowley, but some good defense by the Thunderbirds in a race for the ball. Thunderbirds coming in, shot and a save. Smith denied by Zach Higgins. Colton Armstrong coming in to help out Smith, and Tarafanko's in there too. And Halifax with it. And a good job, Tarafanko, finding some time and space.
This guy's a beast. Are you kidding me? All over the turf this afternoon.
Doesn't even need a door to get back on the bench. He just hops right over like a hurdle. Clark Peterson He's due to score a big one. There's a little dish. He was looking for Shanks. He can't play it. He was cutting through, and it's going to be Philly ball with under a minute to go here in the half.
Peterson and Shanks just don't seem to have that connection going today. A couple of errant passes, very uncharacteristic. They need to get in sync here.
Withers pops the ball loose, and what a play by Jake Withers.
We know Withers has been great on face-offs. I think Withers maybe was looking to...
looking for another call.
Yeah. But he's been great. He's been unbelievable defensively. I think he is one of the best defenders in the game. Not just face-off specialist, defender. He's so underrated.
That's a big play there. That gets the ball back with a net empty for an extra shooter. Back and forth as they play for the final shot here of the half. Cody Jamieson with it. Jamieson with Peterson. Peterson over. A shot by Keel. Denied. Here's a crack at the empty net, but it's a little high and a little late. And we got ourselves a 4-4 lacrosse game after one half. Should be a great second half here, Pat.
A little bit of flow taken out of the game with all the penalties, but I love seeing the 4-on-4 lacrosse. Lots of space on the floor with this dynamic offense and defense on both teams going toe-to-toe.
Well, Zach Higgins with a well-deserved break as he saw a lot of shots in the first couple quarters. A couple that got by him was from a guy named Cody Jamieson, who is standing by with our own Tyson guy. Tyson?
Here with Cody Jamieson. Cody, 2 goals and an assist this afternoon. I spoke with assistant coach Stu Montour before last game, and he said sometimes it takes a diesel engine a little bit longer to get warmed up. It looks like you're starting to find your footing. What adjustments did you make in your game in order to come out with a strong performance this afternoon?
No, just confidence. You know, our offense, anybody can go off at any night. You know, 4 goals and after a half isn't acceptable on our terms, so we got some work to do. We got to go in there and figure stuff out and come back up and ready to score a lot more than 4.
Heard you on the bench. You said that you really like finding that open space. It looks like you're getting much more of that this afternoon.
Yeah, our guys are all talented enough. You know, we can all find that open area. You know, it starts with movement, and it starts with the offense that Coach Kersey and Coach Montour put in. So we all just need to find it and start scoring some goals.
Thanks, Cody.
Thanks.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Coming up, it's the Guaranteed Rate halftime reports from Hamilton. The Wings and the Thunderbirds tied at 4.
Get in there! Fuck! Headbutt! Yep! Watch it,
Welcome back to the Guaranteed Rates Halftime Report. It's Pete Dalladay along with Pat Gregoire here in Hamilton, and it is Super Sunday, Pat, and we have a super tight one here this afternoon.
No doubt. I know the overbetters are a little bit upset, but it's been a great defensive battle. The goaltending has been sharp as well, but we've seen a lot of goals as well, and it's been back and forth. Started things up. That little awkward shot from Crowley from the outside trickles through Warren Hill, but Halifax gets their offense going. It's an outside shot from Steph LeBlanc. A couple of big picks from big bodies on the other side. Cody Jamieson heating up here in Hamilton, gets a goal there. He's got 2 and an assist leading the way for the T-Birds. But as we said, up and down, back and forth we go. Ryan Terefenko gets his second goal. We had to wait to hear if it was a good goal or not. It stands, and Terefenko continues his impressive start, but Philly was not ready to say they were done on the power play. Little quick stick on the back door. Brett Hickey pointing to it, making sure the ref saw it. And that's where we stand, a 4-4 game.
All right, let's take a look at some of the numbers as we dive a little deeper into those.
Yeah, the thing that jumps off the page for me, 10-1 in faceoffs. Jake Withers is putting on an absolute clinic, has the better of Trevor Baptiste. But look at the power plays as well. 2 for 6. Halifax started out strong, starting to struggle on the man advantage. A 1 for 2 advantage for the Philly Wings there.
All right, we will continue. The Guaranteed Rate Halftime Report continues coming up from Hamilton right after this. Welcome back to First Ontario Centre here in Hamilton, and what a sweet picture that is, Pat. A little busier back in Halifax this week for a couple people we know well.
Yes, Dana Jackson and Kyle Jackson welcoming their second child, Tegan Jackson. There's Tatum, the big sister. Very exciting for the young couple who both are tied with the Halifax Thunderbirds organization.
Very exciting for both of them, for sure. Congratulations. Let's take a look around the league. It was a busy couple nights.
Yes, it was. Some great action, some low-scoring affairs, but if you're looking from an East standpoint, the big one that jumps out, Toronto knocking off Buffalo last night in this building, but Rochester upsetting Albany as well, and of course Georgia continuing to stay in the playoff hunt with a big 13-11 win over Georgia. And you see the Western scores as well. Calgary with a big win on Friday night over Colorado. Vancouver knocks off Saskatchewan. Things getting scary in the prairies as another loss for them. And then the final game last night, San Diego winning 10-4.
There you have it, the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Sports Interaction. Well, February marks Black History Month, and it's an annual month-long celebration of the achievements of African Americans and a time for recognizing their central role in our country's history. Last fall, the NLL's Devin Caney had intimate conversations with players on topics like diversity and inclusion in the NLL. These are their words on this game of inclusion.
I was really the only black hockey player on my team at all ages, so I would get called like just a big black guy, or what are you doing on US, go play basketball.
For me, when people look at me, they don't necessarily think, oh, you're black, right? So normally they think I'm white, and I kind of saw sides of people that I maybe didn't want to see because they didn't know who they were talking to.
Growing up, obviously it was never easy playing hockey or any sport that people didn't think I should be playing, whether it be lacrosse. They always thought I should be playing basketball or football and stuff like that.
People would lash out at Dane because of the color of his skin, which was tough to hear, some of the things that he went through, especially playing lacrosse.
My name is Dane Smith, and I belong here. It was important for me to speak my story. You're black. You have to be good at basketball. You must be good at football because you're black. You play hockey and lacrosse, the two whitest sports. It was pretty cool to see people be like, oh, I'm going through that too, and kind of talk to them through it. Play what you want to play. Be who you want to be. And I think that was really important, and there's still a lot of awkward conversations that you had with past teammates that kind of reached out to you and be like, oh, I'm sorry for saying this and that, but it's things that need to be done.
I've played with guys from every kind of background, and when you're in a locker room, it's a family, and everybody deserves to be treated the same way.
When Black Lives Matter and all that was going on, we were able to kind of talk with guys and show them like, oh, like some things that may not resonate with you guys as being wrong. There's just different ways to look at things and to understand and to be more sensitive and really sit down and have those tough conversations.
As long as we're taking steps, obviously learning, and that's gonna be a crucial aspect for the NLL growing.
We do have a ways to go in diversifying our sport. It's a pretty white-dominant sport.
We're trying our best, but I think we can still do more. But like society in general, we can all make positive steps, and I think the league is trying to do that, which is great.
I also created a program to kind of talk to kids about the importance of diversity and inclusion, not only in sport, but also just in everyday life.
If you could speak to any kids who are looking up to you, what would your message to them be?
Don't listen to anybody. You're going to have people telling you shouldn't be playing this or you shouldn't be doing this, but if you believe in yourself and you have your main goal, stick to it and work as hard as you can.
The Thunderbirds have another big East Division matchup as they host the Georgia Swarm. Make sure you don't miss a moment of the action on TSN Direct. Yeah, next weekend, the Citadel will be lit up. The lower deck will be rocking, Pat, as the Thunderbirds are back on the coast. Looking forward to that. Here we go. Looking forward to a great second half. Tied at 4. The Philadelphia Wings and the Halifax Thunderbirds. Starting off with players in the penalty box, so it's 4-on-4 for a couple seconds. And the Wings will have a power play for about a minute, 2. Right now it's Austin Shanks. He sees McIntosh coming out of the box, so gets away from him. Moves it in, gets it to Kyle Jackson. Here's Steph LeBlanc. LeBlanc with it. Switches hands a little bit here, and now gets it back to his proper side. There's a pass over, but it is going to be whistled down.
Bushi must have ran through the crease there. And he caught that ball, so crease violation running through. Philly will have about 33 seconds left on this power play.
Hickey with it. Hickey passes it to Crowley. Crowley gets it right back. Playing catch here. Crowley coming in, shoots, wires one. Man, he got some heat on that, but fired it wide.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters from the outside in the entire National Lacrosse League. But over the past couple of years, he's really improved his playmaking ability. I believe he's leading the league in assists as it stands, at least heading into last night he was.
Here comes Cody Jamieson. Jamieson with a couple here this afternoon. Only 7 seconds left in the penalty. And Tyson Bell will come out of the box. In the meantime, here's Stephen Keogh. Keogh to Fennell. Fennell looks, shoots, and Higgins with a save off the right glove. And a reset. Everything worked out well there for Halifax. Able to get another offensive player out there. Here's Keogh. Stephen Keogh into the near boards. Jamieson.
I got help, Cameron.
Jamieson, nifty feed to Fennell behind the net. Looking for Shanks, and it goes off his stick, up and out of play. It's going to be Philadelphia ball.
That's a couple of times now they've gone to behind the net with Shanks, and he's just dropped the ball. Very uncharacteristic for Shanks. Usually very sharp with the fine-tuned points of the game.
Matisse to Small. As Philly looks to take the lead. Kyle Matisse in for Ben McIntosh. McIntosh a bouncer, but wide of the net, and Graham Hossack picks up the loose ball. And here come the Halifax Thunderbirds. It's going to be played by Steph LeBlanc. With Kyle Jackson out there trying to create a little room over to the far side. Keel sets a pick, shot, and it got blocked halfway through on its way to the goal, and an easy save for Higgins. Baptiste. Jackson tried to poke it loose away from Hickey. Hickey working against Withers. Withers staying with him. Keeping a close watch on him. Hickey moves it over. 4-4 game. And crease violation, Halifax ball. Up the floor, here's Tyson Bell. Bell coming in. Bell shoots in, a save by Higgins. Tyson Bell, we've seen him score in transition many, many times over his career. One of the quickest guys in the league. As the ball will be played here by the Wings. Just nicely underway in the third quarter. Lots of touches here by Philadelphia. Here's a little room, too, and a shot. And Hill looks up to 4. He's a great passer of the ball. He didn't see anyone there this time. He just plays it safe. And it'll be played by Ryan Terafenko. Eric Fennell cradling the ball. Fennell has scored some highlight reel goals this season to Cody Jamieson. Here's an opening, a fake, and a shot. And again, off the mark by Halifax right side, the right-handed shooters. And the ball is up for grabs. Now it actually pops up and over the glass. But for a team that scored so many goals early in the season off your righties, they've been a little quiet this afternoon.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, Pete. They just seem a little bit out of sync, some uncharacteristic drops, some bad passes. Let's not take away any credit away from Philadelphia's defense as well. They're playing quite stout and, really that in-your-face athletic style that they love to play.
They're not making it easy on them. You're right. That's Paul Day style lacrosse for sure. That's the way he played. That's the way he coaches. Here's LeBlanc coming in. Steph LeBlanc tried to go perhaps 5-0 on a bouncer. Higgins makes the save. Reset though. Good loose ball here for the Thunderbirds.
Like to maybe see them throw in a set where they go with 3 righties.
Twister running out of room was the Thunderbirds. And the ball up for grabs. Cody Jamieson coming back, and a great play by the Halifax captain to get that ball back. Here they come up the floor. LeBlanc fakes, shoots, and Higgins gets a piece.
LeBlanc just running out of real estate there. Right attempt, just shot went directly down. Oh, big hit there by Crowley, throwing out the truck stick.
Jackson's got to be careful here. He gave Crowley a little bit of a tap.
And there you go. Just
picked it up.
That penalty.
Here's a shot. They score. What a blast right there from Kevin Crowley, and Philly lead at 5-4.
Man advantage has been working quite well for Philly this afternoon, but the extra attacker as well, is that's the second goal now, Pete, that we've seen. This time, Kevin Crowley gets in open space. And we'll see a better look right here. Small with another assist here tonight. And just no one's marking him, no one's covering him. And if you don't cover Kevin Crowley, bad things are gonna happen.
What a shot. He had some heat on that and has given the Wings a 5-4 lead here. They led it earlier, 2-0, and then Halifax came back, went on a bit of a run, and now the Wings up by 1. Everyone coming into the dot looking to scoop this one up. Eventually taken here by the Wings. They'll grab it. John Rannigan was the one that finally was able to get that ball in his stick. Baptiste, he flips it here into the stick of McIntosh, and McIntosh moves it in. Here's Hickey. Hickey rolling towards the top. Comes to the far side. 12 seconds on the shot clock, so lots of time. Shot coming, but off a Halifax stick. 5 seconds left on the clock. From way out, Hickey a blast, but goes off the boards and in behind the Thunderbirds goal. Graham Hossack. Oh, look out, miscommunication with Fennell. Fennell didn't know it was coming, and a turnover, and the Wings get it.
Again, another costly turnover. Just an easy transfer in transition. That can't happen, Pete.
No, Stephen costs them here. McIntosh moves it. Little swing move.
Great slide.
Jake Withers coming over. Solid play. Now, here come the Halifax Thunderbirds. So it didn't end up costing them, but here's a little drop pass by Hossack. He'll get it to Steph LeBlanc. LeBlanc shoots. Oh, I thought he had it for a second, but.
We almost had a highlight reel goal there, Pete.
Steph LeBlanc almost pulled it off.
That's the second time now we've seen just running out of real estate just a little too much. Take that shot maybe half a second quicker, and that one might be in the back of the net, but good on Higgins to play his angle so well.
Crowley getting away here from his check. Oh, a quick stick attempted by Reardon, but didn't get it. And here come the Thunderbirds up the floor as they make their way in. Scott Campbell fakes, shoots, loose ball out in front of that crease, and Philly, a nice job to take it and get it up the floor. Baptiste. From Tarafinkel getting away from him. Ryan Tarafinkel, a little tired after going up the floor. Here's Crowley.
Baptiste is going to stay in play here. Look for him to crash and bang on the inside. Use that big frame, the low center of gravity.
David Brock on the defense doing a good job preventing a good shot from being taken there. And the ball stays inside the Halifax end, but doesn't matter. Shot clock expires. Halifax gets the ball anyhow as David Brock has it. To Boucher, Chris Boucher. Into the stick here, Kyle Jackson. And Jackson, busy week for him as we saw on the halftime report. Looking to get one here this afternoon. What a pass, Shakes. Oh, and Stephen Keel coming in. Ball falls out of his stick. Pass down low. Jackson backhand attempt as he gets knocked down to the turf. And the Wings get the ball. And they'll head up the floor with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Played by Davis Allen. And for McIntosh. McIntosh swings it over. In for Matt Rambo to the top, fake. McIntosh shoots in. Warren Hill with a solid save, looks up the floor. He's looking for Tyson Bell. He's got it. The St. Catharines, Ontario native. Into the stick of Cody Jamieson. Jamieson working one-on-one. Drops it. He'll get it here from Steph LeBlanc. Back to Jamieson. Over to Eric Fennell. Fennell for Shanks. It's a great stick work. He comes in. There's an open man, and that's Clark Peterson. And Peterson has to hurry here. Only 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's making his way to the crease. There he is with a bit of a one-handed scoop shot, and Zach Higgins with the stop. It remains 5-4 for Zach Higgins and the Philadelphia Wings, leading the Halifax Thunderbirds on a goal by Kevin Crowley. We'll be back after this.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
Welcome back to the NLL on TSN. A look here at Kevin Crowley, 2 goals this afternoon. And Kevin is an interesting player. It's lacrosse 365 for him. When he's not playing lacrosse, he's out west coaching with Fusion West Lacrosse, his own camps and clinics. And he will be, mark my words, one of the next great coaches in the National Lacrosse League. It's been really impressive to watch him develop as a voice, and he is making an impact here on the floor with the Wings this afternoon.
Growing the game. Yeah, awesome stuff. Thank you, Tyson. Here we go. And he's been a big part of this game as well, as his team leads at 5-4 with 6:07 to go here. And they got the ball looking for more. Here's Hickey. Hickey to Crowley. Crowley passes over to the far side. Terafenko playing some solid D. Withers backing him up. Here's a shot coming. Warren Hill with a big save. One of his biggest of the night.
That's a huge save. Love the two-man game between the two Buckeyes. Withers and Terafenko. A lot of chemistry between those two.
Kyle Jackson with the ball here for Halifax. Jackson thought about shooting for a second, decides to pass it down low. The shot coming a low one. And that ends up coming all the way back to the Thunderbirds' end of the floor. And it's going to be Philly ball.
Good to see Ryan Wagner back out on the floor, Pete. So,
yeah, going down after that one draw. That is a good sign for sure. Hate to see a guy not finish a game. It seems to be okay. McIntosh with it here for the Wings. Philly up by 1. Bell with a couple whacks. Shot and Hill down with a stop. And it's going to be David Brock protecting the ball a little bit for Campbell to take. And Campbell moves it ahead, and they'll get it for the captain, Cody Jamieson. Jamieson looking for his 3rd of this game. Stephen Keogh looking for his 1st in his return to the lineup. Jamieson looks, shoots, he scores, top corner. All the way from Sackville, and it's a 5-5 lacrosse game.
Stop. Jammer time. That's the hat trick for the captain, and it's an absolute snipe from Cody Jamieson. I said it earlier in the broadcast, I'll say it again. One of the game's greatest shooters of all time, showing off his stuff. He's so deceptive with his release. It looks like he's going far side, goes the other way. Just an absolute cannonade from Cody Jamieson. One more look, Pete, just because it's so nice.
Cody Jamieson is third of the afternoon. And you said it, you're right. You just never know. Is he going far side, the way he twists and turns? And that one, top corner. And that ties the game at 5. 4:32 remaining in this third quarter. Jamieson with a rocket. And we will be back from Hamilton. It's the Thunderbirds and the Wings. Well, to see the best highlights, features, and content from around the National Lacrosse League, make sure to follow the NLL on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Just like we were during the break. You know, we were checking out the Twitter feed and the Instagram. They do such a great job. All your highlights, big plays, big saves.
There's been a lot of them this week, and an exciting week 11. Capping things off with a little Sunday afternoon matinee here in the Hammer between two big teams in the East.
Two teams that were supposed to meet in 2020 late. They were supposed to finish the season in Halifax. That game never was played. And so it's the first meeting between them in a while here. First ever meeting between them as Halifax, Philadelphia. Loose ball off this draw, and it's going to be Philadelphia taking it. The Wings.
Great job by Charbonneau. He boxes out his man, Peterson, not able to get to that loose ball. He doesn't pick up the ball, but he prevents the other player from grabbing it without getting called for interference. That's a great headsy play by a smart player.
Hickey decides to shoot from way out, and Warren Hill is there to make that stop. Good fight for the ball in the near corner. It looks like Halifax will grab it. And Jake Withers does, in fact, get it up to Tarafanko as he jukes and jives his way through center. And here comes Kyle Jackson. Jackson, there's the pass. Gets it right back. Jackson moves it in. Steph LeBlanc, he fires. Higgins will save. Boucher comes in. He shoots, and Higgins with another stop. Back-to-back stops for Higgins. Here come the Philadelphia Wings looking to take the lead back. Halifax is tied it at 5. It's a low-scoring affair, which we're not overly shocked at here today with these two tenders, Warren Hill and Zach Higgins. And Tyson Bell grabs the ball here for the Thunderbirds. Bell to Jamieson. And Jamieson coming in. He's got the hot stick. decides not to shoot. Stephen Keogh wires one right on net, and Higgins coming down to make that stop. Keogh was able to walk right in and take a few steps. Here come the Wings in transition shot, and a stop by Warren Hill, the king of the hill. Good loose ball by Philly, and a big hit behind the net.
Graham Hosick laying the body there behind the net.
I didn't see it, but I could hear it. I can hear it all the way up here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass is going to be Small having to hustle into the corner, and it's going to be Hosick taking that ball.
Pete, you've been giving praise for the goalies, and for good reason, but these defenses have been showing out as well. Another great defensive shift by the Thunderbirds.
That's been a good defensive clinic, 100%, as the Thunderbirds now a chance to take the lead. Kyle Jackson's got a little room to head towards the crease. Pulls out and gets the ball to Steph LeBlanc. Over, shot, what a great save, Higgins.
This is the third or fourth shift in a row we've seen Halifax go with 3 righties. They just look more electric. They have more jump when they have 3 righties on the floor.
Jackson shooting, scores! Kyle Jackson, a sneaky one right there. It is 6-5, Halifax.
Busy week for KJ47. Not a lot of sleep this week, but he doesn't need it when you're shooting the ball like this. That's just too much time, too much space. Jackson sees Isaiah Davis-Allen not going to slide to me. That's fine. I'll just put this ball in the back of the net.
Kyle Jackson giving the Thunderbirds the 1-goal lead with 95 seconds left here in this third quarter. Withers, Baptiste. And it's won by Withers as Tarafinkel helps him out and scoops up that ball. What a game he's having here. Tarafinkel. Clark Peterson into Stephen Keogh. Keogh moves it over to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson makes his way in. Ball popped loose. Jamieson gets it back. He'll get it here. There's a shot from Shanks at a bit of a tough angle for the right-handed shooting Shanks, but Higgins making the save.
Shanks going to take a penalty there.
Well, power play coming up, unless, of course, Philadelphia can score here. They have the extra shooter already in position, ready to go. Crowley, backhand feed, shot, and there's a stop, and it's going to be David Brock trying to grab it. Warren Hill gets it first. And a good chance here for the Wings to tie this up with under 40 seconds left in the quarter. 6-5 lacrosse game as Shanks has to make his way from the bench over to the penalty box.
Penalty number 33, 2 minutes delay game.
So the delay of game goes to Austin Shanks, who ran through the crease.
Crowley will play the top here of the power play. Swings it over, gets it back, down low. McIntosh to Crowley. Crowley fakes, he shoots at Hill. He makes the stop, and here comes Graham Hosick on a breakaway. Hosick coming in, fires, and Higgins with a save at the other end. Big saves at both ends.
Huge loose ball by Brad Gillies, the former RIT Tiger. One of the unsung heroes of this defense.
Keogh with a blast, and getting an arm on that is Higgins. Gillies still out there now. Jackson has it. Thought about shooting, but it is whistled down. The quarter has come to an end. Don't go anywhere. We got ourselves what should be a fantastic finish on a Super Sunday. From Hamilton, it's the Thunderbirds leading the Philly Wings by a score of 6-5. We're back after this.
Welcome back to the NLL on TSN. Head coach and general manager of the Philadelphia Wings, Paul Day, actually grew up watching the original Philadelphia Wings. And when we asked him about his favorite player, he had no hesitation and said Carm Collins. 50 goals, 52 assists in his 69-game career with the Philadelphia Wings back in the 74 and 75 campaign. Pretty cool that Paul Day is now the head coach and GM of the Wings.
Yeah, thank you, Tyson. Yeah, he grew up just around the corner from where Carm Collins lived, and south end of Peterborough. And back in 74, Philadelphia Wings played their first ever game the night that the Flyers won the Stanley Cup against the Boston Bruins in 1974. What a day that would have been to be in Philly.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. That's awesome. One thing about Paul Day that I thought was really cool is the fact that he said he used to watch game tapes of the Wings at the library in Peterborough.
Student of the game right from when he was 8 years old. That's why he's one of the best general managers and coaches in the league today. Here come the Thunderbirds leading it 6-5. And it's going to be Clark Peterson flipping the stick a couple times. Perhaps due for a big one here. He scored some big fourth quarter goals in his young career already. We'll see if he can do the same tonight. Jamieson looks for Fennell. There's the pick, but illegal pick, just a little too aggressive, I guess. And the Wings get the ball back. Ryan Wagner, little bounce pass before he gets off the floor. He gets it to Crowley. Looks up at the clock, sees he's got 8 seconds to work with here on the power play. Crowley coming in, backhand pass and a shot, and a stop by Hill, and he just swipes it away. That does give the Wings a reset. Crowley coming in, passes it off, and a shot, a bouncer. No problems for Warren Hill.
Heads up play by Crowley, recognized that Shanks was coming to the box. He tears back, gets rid of that transition opportunity, and then creates another one with a fast break there.
Shanks with the ball right now for Halifax. To the top, little pump fake. Hanging on to LeBlanc. Now he gets it to Jamieson. Jamieson, nice pass up front. Jackson shoots and scores! What a goal! Kyle Jackson from a fantastic feed. He finishes it off at 7-5 Thunderbirds.
Air Jackson takes flight. As we'll see here, it's a gorgeous feed from Cody Jamieson, who's having an afternoon. Little flip, and Kyle Jackson jumps and buries. We're going to get another look to see potentially if there's going to be a challenge. And there is, as Paul Day launches the laundry almost a half. Pretty good toss there by Paul Day.
Well, he was a player in his day. I mean, it's been a while, I think, but yeah, good toss. That should be like an all-star competition if they play an all-star game. The coaches can see who can toss the flag the furthest.
I love that. This is a huge challenge here for Paul Day. If you win the challenge, you cut that lead just to 1 for Halifax. And if you lose one of your challenges, then you find yourself down 2 goals here in the fourth quarter. Jackson potentially with his second goal of the game. Scores 2. He's got a ball to bring home to both the little girls.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Tatum and Teagan.
Well, we were talking to Kyle earlier this week about, how busy of a week it was, but we were also chatting with him about how excited the fans are back in Halifax to see the return of the Thunderbirds. And they are pumped. He does a lot of school visits virtually right now and talks to a lot of kids. They do clinics. And they are excited for the return of the NLL to Scotiabank Center next weekend.
Again, I know, Mr. LeBranch, it's not your fault. You don't know, but his head is in the way, so we can't really see. But it looks like he clears there fine. That overhead angle, I think he's trying to see where the ball crosses. Again, Pete, this might be a case of inconclusive evidence, so they're going to go with the call on the floor, potentially. A massive, massive call, though, for either team, any way you slice it. As Both goalies head back now out to the floor. You mentioned it, Kyle Jackson doing a tremendous job helping growing the game on the East Coast. Getting the young fans involved with the game, fall in love with the team. I know Steph LeBlanc does a lot of grassroots programs as well. But you mentioned it, the fans in Halifax excited to have their Birds fly back east and play a few games back in the nest.
Yeah, it's been a while, so they're excited, and we'll see if this call stands or not. After the review, it comes with 13:04 to go, as you can see in this one.
Due to inconclusive evidence, call in the field stands. Good goal.
Kyle Jackson with his second here.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but I told you so. It was going to be inconclusive evidence.
You're nailing it.
Not a big deal.
I'm going to ask you who you like tonight in the big game before we leave here.
Oh boy, do not do that.
Okay, yeah, no, I won't till later, but.
I want to give a shout out to Halifax general manager and owner Kurt Stiers. He's down in Carolina watching Duke right now. We'll get to that in a moment, Pete.
Hey, game day ready. That's what you got to be, and shop for your favorite team's jerseys and merchandise. Head to fanatics.ca to get all your National Lacrosse League and team gear. As we have Withers and Baptiste facing it off, and the Birds up by 2 now.
As I was saying, Pete, down in Jacksonville, taking on Duke. A huge victory for his son's program. Jacksonville winning that game 14-12, so probably thrilled with that outcome, and probably pretty happy right now watching this game. You know, he's got the stream on while he's watching his son play as well.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Kurt real soon, too. Here's Crowley for the Wings. Crowley to Rambo. Hickey moves it in a little deeper. Philly now down by 2. Small gets the ball moving. Rambo coming in, but ran out of room. Some good defense by David Brock. And here comes Halifax. Colton Armstrong grabs the bouncing ball off the turf. Armstrong, it's off the floor after getting it into the stick of Austin Shanks. Shanks coming in. Shanks passes it down towards the crease intended for Steph LeBlanc. Big collision along the end boards, and it's going to be the Wings trying to close the gap here, down by 2. Moved ahead by Krapensek. Small. Couple goals away from 300. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot coming and got blocked. Never made its way out in front. Still up for grabs. Going to roll into the crease, and Warren Hill looks up the floor. He's going to find Terefenko. He's all by himself at this point, so he just slows it down. He's going to wait for an open man. There's the pass, and it comes to Jackson, who gets it in for Cody Jamieson. Clark Peterson. Peterson, little swim move. Another one. 8 seconds on the shot clock to the top. Fennell with a shot. And we've seen him score from that exact same spot earlier this year. Didn't miss by much. Trying to go on the short side. Steph Charbonneau with Armstrong on him. Comes over here to Ryan Wagner. And he moves it in before making a change. Lots of communication you can hear on the floor from both the offense and perhaps the defense even more, Pat.
Yeah, absolutely. You're on an island, Tyson. That means no help. You're out. It's a one-on-one situation, letting him know.
Shanks finds an open man. That's Cody Jamieson. Tried to zip it over to Chris Boucher. Boucher picks up the loose ball. He got in there first. Thought about heading towards the crease. Comes out. Shanks grabs it with only 7 seconds on the shot clock. Debussy had it intercepted. And it's going to be Philadelphia with another opportunity here to close the gap. Reardon Reardon hangs on to it. Now he passes it and gets off the floor to make a change. He gets it to Brett Hickey. And Hickey moves it in. Shot coming, and that was Crowley. He goes high. Shouting for the ball is Terafenko. He wants it from Warren Hill. He gets it. And Terafenko making his way in. He pops it into the stick of Stephen Keogh. We'll see if the righties can get one here in the fourth quarter. Cody Jamieson tripped up, and he gets back up. There's going to be a penalty on the play. And there goes Warren Hill. He's got a long run here in this quarter to get to the bench, but he gets it to Peterson eventually, and he goes high. Higgins with a stop, and a power play coming up for the Halifax Thunderbirds. We'll take a look before we go to break. Cody Jamieson cutting, and a leg coming out. The Thunderbirds leading at 7-5. We are back right after this.
What is belief? Nathan McKinnon, at 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Introducing Fanatics.ca, Canada's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues and teams you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.ca, officially licensed everything.
You like checks. Hey, we like checks. You like new moves. We like new moves. You like to score? We like to assist. Alterna Savings, the good in banking.
Time to take a look at the Alterna Savings saves of the game, Pat.
Yeah, there have been too many from each goaltender. We had to take a look at both. Warren Hill making a great couple of stops there, and then it's a kick save and a beauty from Zach Higgins. Another look, robs Austin Shanks. These goalies have been great. 35 stops for Higgins, 31 for Warren Hill.
Power play for Halifax, looking for a little more insurance. You can never have enough. Here's Jamieson. Jamieson gonna be patient here. To Stephen Keogh. Out in front, Keogh went to head towards the crease and lost control of the ball. Never really got it. And the Philadelphia Wings heading up. Here they come. Short-handed, little 2-on-1 shot. Saved by Warren Hill. Big stop as that allows Halifax to come right back down and try and get a power play marker here. Here's Kyle Jackson. He's got room. Gonna be patient again. Jackson. Cody Jamieson at the top for Peterson. Back to Jamieson. Peterson shoots. That was blocked. Getting in front of that one was Jokum. Taking one for the team. That'll leave a mark.
Jokum, one of these unsung heroes on the defense. He's so athletic, smart. He's not afraid to sacrifice his body like you saw there.
Rambo plays Reardon. Killing off some time. There's penalty to Eric Schul in the box. Coming in, it's Reardon. Couple steps, shot, no problems for Warren Hill. And here comes the Halifax power play again. Got some time to work with here. 35 seconds left in that man advantage. And Graham Hossig just rolls the ball out of the carpet.
So we saw Peterson on the power play last set. Now we see Keogh come back out, and then Peterson back out on the floor, but he's going to play the top of the power play this time.
A bit of a different look. Shanks to Jamieson, he shoots, and Higgins with a save. And Jamieson picks up his own loose ball. He's thinking about a dunk, and now it comes back, and it's going to be Philadelphia getting the ball back, and they're going to kill off the penalty. Schul will come out of the box here in just a couple seconds.
Keogh, you can tell just he looks healthy, but just not quite as sharp as we normally see. That'll happen when you're out of the lineup for a few games.
Rambo gets the ball to Small over the far side, and Hill played it well. He knew it was coming over. Looks like we may have another penalty being called here with 7:02 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Todd LeBranch has his hand up. We'll see what he has to say.
Halifax number 8, minor penalty, holding the stick.
Tarafanko to the box. Big power play here for the Wings.
I believe that's Tarafanko's first penalty of his young career. We'll take a look here. Look to see where the holding of the stick comes. Yep, on that bottom right-hand corner, you saw it right there.
At the top, and a shot, they score! A blast right there from Brett Hickey. That only took a few seconds of power play time, and it's a 7-6 game.
The reason why this is the best power play in the league. You can talk about their offensive struggles. Well, when they have the man advantage, they make teams pay. Brett Hickey, the former 50-goal scorer in a season, shows why he can still shoot the rock just as good as any player in the game. A quick strike there, Pete, like you said.
No, just a few little passes, and then Hickey unloads.
Hickey, one of those rare cases. We're seeing it more and more, but played his junior lacrosse in Junior B with the Windsor Clippers, put up 253 points over those years.
Not a bad little career.
Not bad at all.
Some big numbers. Withers, nifty pass to Tarafanko. Over to Cody Jamieson, so it's a one-goal game. Jamieson drops it easily and quickly picked up by Jackson, and now it's going to be Chris Boucher. Boucher rolling away from a check. Finds an open Shanks, he fires. Rebound, full 30. Eric Fennell takes it. Fennell to Jamieson. Jamieson having himself a game here today, looking for more. Here's Shanks coming in, trying to go over the shoulder of Higgins, but goes high. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Here's Steph LeBlanc. LeBlanc, Boucher with a quick stick, and Higgins comes over, played it well. And the Wings coming up inside Halifax territory. Kyle Matisse, he gets it towards the top for Rambo. Rambo working one-on-one. Still has it. He gets it to Crowley. Crowley to Small. Small takes a whack from David Brock. There's a chance. Dive, scoring. Did he avoid the crease? He jumps. And we'll see if it's we don't have a call yet. We got lots of whistles. Did he avoid? That's close, Pat.
Close indeed. We'll get a look right here, Pete. Little fake, couple of fakes. Oh, that is close. I think that's good, though. Love to get another look. We'll see right here. Beats his man, couple fakes. And I think you can see some green there.
Wow. I think it's good, too, but
gorgeous goal by Ben McIntosh. He's been fantastic here this afternoon. Todd LeBranch is going to head off.
Yet another review. Has been a few today. He's been, he's got a lot of seat time in that box today. But Ben McIntosh with what could be a beauty tying goal.
That would be his second of the afternoon.
Game of inches.
So close, Pete, so close. I think he's clear.
I think you're right. One way or another, we're in for a heck of a finish here this afternoon. Less than 6 minutes to go. Very tight game. what, the biggest lead's been 2?
Yeah, you're right. It's been back and forth. A couple of lead changes here and there, but no one has had the ability to, really open this game up and take a commanding lead. And I think a big reason of that is the defense has been great, but these 2 goalies have been so stellar. It almost has to be a perfect chance, like we saw there, for these goalies to get beat.
After review, the call in the field stands. Good goal.
We're tied at 7.
And it's a good goal indeed, and it's a beautiful one. Ben McIntosh, couple fakes, jumps there. That toe doesn't touch the crease. And he tucks that one right over the shoulder of Warren Hill. Tie ball game at 7 with 5:33 to go. Buckle in.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good finish.
It sure is. The Wings and the Thunderbirds going right down to the wire here. It's kind of been the story of the year. There's been so many close games. League-wide, 1-goal games, 2. So tight.
A lot of underdogs covering the spread.
Baptiste and Withers. Every draw is so important, but even more important as time is ticking away. And it's going to be the Wings getting this one. Wagner coming in. He fires and Hill got a piece of it. And it went off the end boards, and Halifax will get the ball back, looking to take back the lead.
I think that went off the butt end of Warren Hill. Doesn't matter what body part saves it, or even if it is a body part, in this case, a stick.
Peterson to Shanks. Austin Shanks towards the top. Fake
penalty
shot
coming up here.
Jamieson coming in, shoots a sidearm shot from way out, but Higgins was there, right into the belly pad. And when we return, the Thunderbirds will go on a power play. Tied at 7 on a goal by Benny McIntosh. We're back after this.
See a penalty, 44, 2 minutes left.
Time for today's Turning Point, presented by Fanatics.
2 daughters, 2 goals for Papa Jackson, and it's been a great afternoon for KJ47. We'll see his other goal right here, and it was a gorgeous one. Little crease dive with a twister finish. And after being a healthy scratch just a couple of games ago, you could see Kyle Jackson has his swagger back.
And Halifax has the ball back, and they will go on a power play here with John Ranigan in the box. Cody Jamieson with it. Steph LeBlanc to Jamieson to Peterson. Shanks gets the return pass. Shanks moves in. There's a pass. Jamieson shoots, and Higgins coming up with a pretty big stop there to prevent Jamieson from his fourth. LeBlanc, good job to get the ball and get it back in the stick of Chris Boucher.
Love to see your players with a hard back check there, force the turnover, get another chance here.
Peterson, Shanks, Higgins with a save. And the rebound taken and controlled by the Wings. Jokum. 7-7 game with not a lot of time left here, though in lacrosse, 4:07 can be plenty to score a few. Rambo has it. Rambo killing some time in this penalty. There's the pass. There's a backhand shot attempted by Crowley. And loose ball taken here by the Thunderbirds. Shot clock expired. Clark Peterson will start with the ball in his stick. On the man advantage, Peterson to Jamieson. Steph LeBlanc takes it from Jackson. LeBlanc, Jamieson, Peterson to Shanks. Peterson, Jamieson shoots. He wires one, but couldn't make the mark. And here's an opportunity. Alex Pace, the Halifax native, coming in, shoots, and Warren Hill shuts the door.
I think Warren Hill got a piece of it, but I think it also hit the pipe there too.
So the shot clock and the penalty almost matching up here. Pretty close, and Peterson gets the ball back from LeBlanc. LeBlanc over here to Shanks. He fires one low, and Higgins was up to the task. And she'll do it for the penalty. Radigan set to come out of the box. So it remains tied at 7 with under 3 minutes to go here in regulation time.
Massive kill for the Wings there.
David Brock, Bell trying to catch up. There's one, they score! McIntosh with another one. Bounces it past Hill, and the Wings have taken an 8-7 lead.
McIntosh with his hat trick here, and this one is just a thing of beauty. Drives down low, cuts to the middle, and with a little nifty finish as well. I mentioned it, Pete. McIntosh is so good without the ball in his stick. A catch and a finish, throws great picks, but he's got the skill set, the athleticism, and the size to pull off beautiful moves just like that one. And most importantly, it gives the Wings the 8-7 lead.
Will 8 be enough on this afternoon? Another huge draw here. They get more important as the game gets deeper. Halifax could really use this one. Withers, Baptiste. These guys are going to be exhausted when this one's said and done. And Tarafenko grabs it, he rolls, pops back up, and maintains possession of it.
Got to get over half, and he does.
Gets it in. Here's Eric Fennell, Cody Jamieson, Captain Clutch, and they need a big goal. He's often the guy. Boucher through traffic, never made its way through. It got blocked. Boucher struggling to get it in his stick, and he just couldn't get a handle on it. And here come the Philadelphia Wings looking to add to their lead, up by 1. Here's Rambo. Matt Rambo. Across. Shot coming. That didn't miss by much. Reardon with a chance. And now Halifax in transition. Pass off. Gillies shoots. He scores! Brad Gillies ties the game at 8. Huge goal for the Thunderbirds.
The RIT Tiger is clutch in transition. Misses the loose ball there, but Colton Armstrong says, here you go. And it's an absolute snipe from Brad Gillies. I said it earlier, I'll say it again, an unsung hero for this defense. Massive goal to tie this game up at 8.
Yeah, you never know, right? You wouldn't have predicted maybe Gillies from Armstrong as the tying goal, but transition is such a huge part of the game, and they connect to tie this one with 90 seconds left now in the 4th quarter.
Great face-off win by Withers to get the loose ball, flip it back to Campbell. And just like that, once again, Halifax will start with possession here.
Jamieson unloads a shot right on net. Higgins with a save off Steph LeBlanc.
LeBlanc obviously saw something he liked there, but Higgins standing strong like he's done all afternoon.
Corey Small with it. Small gets the return pass from Rambo. Working one-on-one now. He decides to zip it over here for Hickey. McIntosh looking for another one. There's a shot from way out by Kevin Crowley. And Halifax will get the ball back with 40 seconds left here. Tied at 8. Here's Cody Jamieson backpedaling towards the corner to Eric Fennell. Back to Jamieson. Jamieson to Peterson. Clark Peterson. There's the pass. Fennell out in front. Shot to score! Halifax Thunderbirds taking a 9-8 lead with only 22 seconds left. Steph LeBlanc.
There was some chirping after that there, but look at this great passing play. Jamieson starts it off. Peterson's going to dodge down here, gets it back to the crease, and it's just a beautiful passing play. Steph LeBlanc on the doorstep, makes no mistake about it, and tickles Twine.
Another review here, kind of fitting. Yes, there's been so many here today.
Automatic review at any point under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, so they'll take a look at every goal, but this one they certainly are going to want to take a look. Tiptoeing on the crease was LeBlanc. As right now in the in-home feed, it's looking like what LeBlanc is, or sorry, LeBranch. Meshed the two names there.
Yeah,
LeBranch and LeBlanc.
Yeah,
I mean,
very close.
If this goal does stand for Halifax, could be Steph LeBlanc's 14th game-winning goal in his career.
Here we go.
After review, the call in the field stands. Good goal.
Thunderbirds 9-8 with under 23 seconds to go. Steph LeBlanc with the go-ahead marker. And we've talked for a couple days now about face-offs and how important they are, and it comes down perhaps to this one right here.
Yeah, imagine thinking that face-offs don't matter. I mean, this is exactly where it matters. You can see Jake Withers directing traffic. I think what he's going to want to do, win that ball back. That's where he's sending 3 guys back there. He's got Tyson Bell up front.
Huge draw here.
Massive draw.
Baptiste and Withers.
Baptiste has the advantage here, but this is where Withers is so good.
Take it away. Who's going to get it? They continue to battle. They've had enough of each other at this point. I know they're friends off the floor, but enough's enough. It's going to go to Philly for the tie. And Rambo will start off with it.
Extra attacker out, Pete.
Small, over, shot, blocked, and it's Tyson Bell stealing it. He runs it up the floor, and Bell into the empty net. Make it a 10-8 Halifax Thunderbirds victory here this afternoon on Super Sunday.
And speaking of Super Sunday, that goal might be very important for some viewers, as Tyson Bell extends that lead by 2, shoots into the yawning cage with, it looked like milliseconds left. We'll have to see what they do with adding time back onto the clock. Jake Withers not even going to take this last face-off.
He's done.
Couple tenths of a second, it looks like, as we look up at the Jumbotron. But what a block.
Huge defensive play.
And what a victory for Halifax, and another crushing defeat by Philly.
Warren Hill with the victory, and he will return to be the nest protector next weekend in Halifax. Philly will look to regroup as well. We will be standing by the post-game show. Coming up next, all your highlights. Tyson will be checking back in as well. Make the final 10-8 Thunderbirds over the Philadelphia Wings.
McKinnon, at 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Introducing Fanatics.ca, Canada's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues and teams you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.ca, officially licensed everything.
You like checks. Hey, we like checks. You like new moves. We like new moves. You like to score. We like to assist. Alterna Savings, the good in banking.
The NLL on TSN is brought to you in part by Alterna Savings. Alterna offers easy, more personal financial services and puts the good in banking. Visit Alterna.ca to learn more. By Fanatics.ca, the NLL's home for officially licensed everything. Visit Fanatics.ca today. And by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will.
And welcome back inside the First Ontario Centre in Hamilton. A thriller here going right down to the wire, Pat. We knew it would be a close one. In fact, it was. Let's take a look at how it all went down here today.
It was a super Sunday indeed, and it looked like the Halifax Thunderbirds maybe were going to claw and extend that lead, but the Wings had other plans as Crowley blasts. Sorry, that was Hickey blasts a beautiful goal, and then Ben McIntosh almost put his team on his back as he scores a couple of gorgeous goals, getting to the dirty areas of the floor. But this goal was an absolute beauty in transition. Gillies scoring a clutch goal, but even more clutch, the little tiptoe on the crease as Steph LeBlanc cashes in on the crease. And that man right there, Warren Hill, we cannot talk about how good he was. And his counterpart as well was very good.
Yeah, it really was. 10-8 your final. Let's dig a little deeper into some of the numbers, Pat.
Yeah, the big one again. Face-offs won 16-6. Jake Withers was unbelievable at the stripe, but the power play struggles continued for Halifax. But as Austin Shanks said to me, if that's a problem that we have and we're still winning, just imagine how good we're going to play when the power play starts clicking.
Let's take a look at your weekend recap, the Sports Interaction out-of-town scoreboard.
Again, some big outcomes in the East, and with Halifax picking up that win, Buffalo losing, the gap is closing. But the East, it's going to come down right to the wire.
Yeah, it's getting interesting, that is for sure, in the East. And speaking of the East, let's switch to the West a little bit. A big game coming up, Vancouver and Calgary next week, the TSN Game of the Week.
It's a big one, and both these teams are coming off huge victories. They want to stay in the hunt in the West. You talk about how tight it is in the East. Well, it's the same with the West. Christian Delbianco has been playing tremendous in between the pipes. I should say he wasn't playing tremendous. Now he's starting to play a lot better for Calgary. It's a great game. I can't wait to watch.
In the meantime, enjoy the rest of Super Sunday, everyone. It was super for sure for the Halifax Thunderbirds as they defeat the Philadelphia Wings by a final score of 10-8. On behalf of Tyson Geik, Pat Gregoire, I'm Pete Dalladay. Have a great afternoon, everyone.